Good morning and welcome back to the channel. If you saw my little short video the other day, then you know that some changes are taking place. I am going to be doing my CBID infusions at home now instead of in an infusion center. I'm swapping from Hycuvia to Hizentra, and it's kind of exciting, kind of nerve-wracking, but Hycuvia was taking me, because it's once a month, 5 hours, sometimes 4, most of the time 5 hours to infuse. It involves a drive one county and about 40 minutes over. It was giving me terrible side effects, so that at the end of this 4 to 5 hour infusion time of a blinded migraine, I'm nauseated, I'm exhausted, and then I have to drive all that way back with a vestibular disorder and just crash, and was really having debilitating side effects for 3 to 4 days after the Hycuvia, so that just wasn't going to work for me anymore. So I made the decision to swap to doing my infusions at home. Now, I could have continued with the Hycuvia, but my immunologist felt like the acid portion of the Hycuvia was what was causing me so many side effects. So we made the choice to go to Hizentra. Hizentra is once a week. It's going to take me about, the infusion itself, about 45 minutes to an hour, once a week. I had my first one last Tuesday. Today is Monday, so I had it last Tuesday. I didn't have the side effects. I didn't have a headache. I wasn't nauseated. I was just a little bit tired, but I don't know if that was from the infusion itself or from being so stressed out about it beforehand. I do have a video of it, but it's kind of disjointed and all over the place because it was the first infusion, it was the first training. So when they send you everything, they send you just a gob of stuff, because you need to know, you need to figure out which sites you're going to use, how many needles you're going to use, what kind of tubing you need to use. So they send you a little bit of everything, and I didn't know what I was looking at, so it took quite a while for the nurse who was doing the training to sort through everything that they sent and decide on what we needed. Once we got it going, it didn't take long at all. My legs, I chose to do mine and my thighs, and I chose 4 sites, 2 on each thigh. My legs were just a tiny bit sore, but nothing like the pain that I encountered after having Hycuvia. My next one will be tomorrow. Now, last week when he came, he did everything for us while we videotaped it and watched it, and my husband paid really close attention to how it went. This week, when he comes, he will watch us do it, and then we'll determine whether or not we need one more training session or whether I'm good to go on my own. But this was, to me, a vast improvement. Now, there's 2 things that have me a little concerned, but with any immunoglobulin infusion, there's going to be concerns. Hizentra has a possibility of blood clots. I don't really have any of the risk factors for that, so I'm not terribly concerned about it, but I did make sure that I got up and moved about every hour to make sure that I wasn't sitting still, which decreases the chance of that happening. I took a baby aspirin before and after. I drank a lot of water, some Pedialyte to make sure that I was hydrated. Someone suggested drinking a V8 juice. I'm not sure why that helps, but it helps with my Hycuvia too, so I did that. And to me, all around, it was just a more pleasant experience. It didn't take as long. I didn't have the side effects. I was in the comfort of my own house. And once I get to where I can do it completely on my own, I'll be a little more comfortable, because, you know, when you have a stranger in your house, you're still just not as comfortable as you are when you're just yourself and your husband in your own house. Pretty excited about it just because of the fact that I was not flat out give out by the side effects. I didn't have it, and it just felt wonderful to have an infusion and know that I'm getting the medication that I need without having to have those blinding migraines. So the tail will come. The second thing is the tail will come when I have my lab work done. I have an appointment in 2 weeks to go and have my labs drawn and see if my numbers stay about where they were. When I first was diagnosed in 2018, I think, 2017, 2018, my IgG level was below 300. Now it kind of varies between 600 and 900. Ideally, my immunologist would like to see it at 1200. I've never made that high numbers. They're saying between 6 and 9. which is still better than what it was, but not as good as it needs to be. So I'll be interested to see if the Hizentra can get it up anymore, because it goes back and forth from 600 to 900, and I'd like for it to be a little bit higher than that myself. But overall, it was a good experience. I will do another vlog about it tomorrow when we do it, since we'll be doing it ourselves, and the nurse will only be here to watch and see how it goes, and I'll have a better idea of whether or not I have any side effects, because this is the second time, and you get a little bit more of a buildup of this type of immunoglobulin in your system to see what kind of side effects you're going to have. But I'm really excited at the prospect of being able to do this at home. A lot of people would rather do it once a month than do it once a week. For me, since I'm physically unable to work, I don't really have anything else that I can do, so doing it once a week is not a big deal to me. But I'm just excited about no side effects and being able to do it in the comfort of my own home. So we'll see you back when I do the next vlog tomorrow, and prayers going up that it goes well.